This is us, Olena and family. This is your guide Olena, but this time not from Ukraine. We are from Poland. As you can see, the internet is not perfect because I'm still using my Ukrainian SIM card. And this is one more thank you to Poland and to Ukrainian companies that thanks to them, we are still able to use our Ukrainian mobile phone without like paying any extra, because before it was roaming. Hi. But now we can like call back home to Ukraine from Poland using our Ukrainian numbers, and we do not pay any extra anything for this. Hi. No, no, no. No, no, no. You see what she is doing? No, no, no. She was biting my hand. Probably she feels a little nervous before the flight. Kaita feels nervous too, and boys, my boys feel nervous too. Me, myself, I'm nervous too because it's a big flight ahead of us. We spent like more than a week in Poland. We arrived on the 2nd of November, and tomorrow we have our flight to the next country. First of all, I want to say big thank you to Poland and people of Poland who helped Ukraine a lot, and there were people in Poland who helped us personally. They gave us a place, the place to live, to stay for free. Absolutely, they helped a lot here, supported. I don't know, gave toys to children and everything, and they were very kind to us. So we're very thankful to these people. I think I will be able to make a separate video about this after I settle in our final destination, and because we filmed a little in Poland, but as you can see with this internet, it wasn't really possible to live stream for you from Poland. Hi.
Darina!
Okay, now thank you for wishing us a safe flight. And now the time has come to tell you where exactly do we fly, right? Katia, where do we fly? Now we can say
America.
so we do fly to the United States of America. I think many of you already guessed about it. It happened that most of our subscribers are from the United States of America, and the host family that invited us and that proposed to become our host family and to give us a shelter, it just turned out to be in the United States of America. So we have a flight to the other side of the planet. The flight will be long. First, we fly from Krakow to Frankfurt in Germany. It will be almost 2 hours long. Then we have 2 hours and a half to change the flight. And after this, we have 10 hours of a flight to the United States. I will discuss with my host family how much do they want to be on YouTube and what exactly I can share with everybody on the channel. No, it's not Anderson Cooper. It's not. It's not him. Even though when he was in Kiev and met us, he invited us to come and see him in New York. So maybe we'll see later, but it's not New York. Okay, so I will let you know where exactly. Are you sure that is a baby and not a kitten? My kitten likes to jump up and bite just like that. I have 2 kittens, basically. Darina is a kitten and Kaita is a kitten too. Yeah, like this. So we fly to the other side of the planet. So why do we do this now? So basically, Katia, this kitten pushed me towards this decision. I don't know, I was saying it on the train, but maybe I was not clear enough. So, to make it very simple and in few words, why, when it was extra dangerous, we stayed in Ukraine, in Kiev, and we were not evacuating when tanks were moving in. Well, back then we were just decided to fight. And now when basically most of people came back to Kiev, there are many people in Kiev, many families, many children.
І саме тоді ти дізналась, що я мера з
Yeah, but we decided to move out. So basically in September, I think it was in September, I found a couple of gray hairs on Kaita's head. So her hair turned gray a little, and they scared me a lot. And this is when I decided to listen to her psychologist and basically take her to the doctor, first to neurologist and then the psychiatrist. And this already happened in October, I think. And this happened all in one day. So this day, Kaita was diagnosed with Asperger's. So
I am an animal.
A high functioning autism. And I realized that she needs some safe environment to be some extra care. The same day, our President Zelensky signed the bill into the law about demobilization of parents who have 3 and more children, which meant that my husband, Serhiy, will be sent back home from the army. And the same day, almost the same day, a woman from the US wrote me a letter, an email where she invited us to come to her home. She said that she's willing to become our sponsor through the program United for Ukraine, American program. I didn't know anything about this program before, simply because I wasn't thinking about leaving Ukraine, about moving somewhere. But all of this happening in one day made me think about this. And I wrote her back saying that it's not that easy because there are so many of us. And Kaita is a special child because like today she's diagnosed with this Asperger's syndrome. So it can be not easy with us to be, but it turned out that this family has experience of dealing with children with this syndrome, like exact experience. And for me, it was like a sign that, yeah, it's just a sign like how do I say no to all of this that universe, was proposing me, like saying that Kaita needs extra care, saying that your husband will come back soon, so you will be able physically and safely to move to another place. And there are people who can really help you and who want to help you and who offer you this help. And for now, if you stay in Kiev, it will not really change anything much on the front line or in Ukraine. So now you can really move. So we decided to move. It was my decision. So I hold all responsibility for this decision. Yes, and my husband, he agreed with this decision. So he is with us. He is not very much, like public person. So he doesn't like to appear on any kind of these videos. Even before the war, it was like this. Now probably it's even more. But I am a public person, so I will be sharing with you how we are. Yes. Colin is asking how is pastor, and basically I wanted to make a separate maybe post or something about this. So first of all, passed his huge thank you to our subscribers, to you guys, for us that we collected, that we got basically the pickup, helped, to buy a pickup for them. And it was very helpful. So first of all, big thank you for the car. And now the big news is that they are moved out from the zone of heavy fightings, from the ground zero. They are moved from from the front line, and right now he is with his family. on rehabilitation, on almost on vacation. So he is fine. He was wounded. He had how do you call it? Contusion. So he had a contusion, but he says it's not heavy, so he is not in the hospital. He is at home.
Дарина.
He also has a relocation of the shoulder, but again, he says it's not too heavy, so he will be able to join the army again. And yeah, but now he is in a relatively safe place and he is with his family. I say in a relatively safe place because it is nowhere safe in Ukraine, because the terrorists, you know, he is hitting, Russia is hitting, you know,
Rocket.
all towns, yeah, with rockets, with missiles, and with the drones. No, but at least it's not, you know, intense shelling anymore for him. It's not intense fighting. He is with his family. Okay. What else? Смачного ту Даринка. Yes, sorry for exposing my breast again, but I'm afraid this is the only way how.
Дарина! No!
The only way I can talk to you. She's biting me. Now my cat is fine. He stayed at home because he is not very good at traveling. He always was not good at traveling, and moreover, when I was thinking to take him to the US, and when I was, you know, buying the tickets, I wanted to add a pet just in case. But it told me like notification that since 2020 they like this kind of some exact breeds of cats and dogs are not advised to be taken on board because of the very high risk of death during the flight. And there were 5 breeds of cats, and Scottish Fold, and my cat, a Scottish Fold, is among them. So it was really, you know, dangerous for him to travel. But the good news is that he is not alone. He stays at our home, but there is a family who is already living in our apartment, in our flat. It's a young woman who is 22 years old. She's like distant relative of Serhiy. Her husband is in the army, but she is in Kiev. They moved from the occupied territories of Ukraine, from Kherson, from the south of Ukraine. They managed to move out in the summer. Yeah, and now since we moved out of our flat, they will be living.
Як?
Ну, я не можу говорити, коли тут крик. Мене не чутно просто. So she now moved into our apartment. She will be living in our flat. Very soon her grandmother will stay with her. Her mother is in the army as a doctor, as a nurse. Her husband in the army. And in about a month she will give birth to a child, and it will be a girl. So a new baby will be living in our flat, in our apartment, and everything is ready for the newborn baby. A lot of clothes that is left after Darina, you know, a baby crib, a special, I don't know, we already gave them the stroller. They will have the baby seat for feeding, and basically everything, I don't know, from even the food, the baby food, because I was preparing, you know, to stay in Kiev during the long and cold and hungry winter. So the apartment is basically very well prepared. Taras is very well prepared for the winter and for the baby. They have the flashlight on solar panels. They have the power bank with solar panels. They have the sleeping bags with heating. They have the gas heater. They have all needed stuff. Of course, it's still not safe for them to be there. It would be better maybe to relocate to a safer place, but they said that they want to stay in in Kiev. And it would be, the best just for everybody from Ukraine to stay in Ukraine without the war. But unfortunately, me myself, I cannot stop the war immediately. So we have to deal with what we have. The war goes on. Many people stay in Ukraine, millions of people. The fact that we live here doesn't mean that that all children and people live here. Still millions of people stay in Ukraine under permanent danger, under permanent threat. And the war unfortunately goes on, it's not over. But please don't ever normalize it in your head that Ukraine is the war zone and this is how it is meant to be. No, it's not meant to be like this. Ukraine was meant to be a safe and beautiful country, attractive for tourists. When we spent the great time here in Krakow in Poland, we enjoyed all this. We stay in the city center here, in the historical center, and every day we went out for a walk. So many people outside that are happy, just strolling around, enjoying cafes and restaurants and everything, and sightseeing, and many children on their tours, historical tours, happy faces. And I was thinking that this is how Kiev should look like today. This is how Kiev could look now if Russia didn't attack us. And it's so not fair that the war goes on in Ukraine. It's absolutely not fair and not okay, not normal. And this terrorism has to be stopped as soon as possible. I don't know why. This is the castle. This is the Tower Bell over there. Where did I stop? I forgot.
Who's
They, I. Where did I stop? Church bells. I don't know why this war is not stopped immediately. I don't know why Ukraine is not given enough of weapons immediately to stop the war, to bring back its territories and bring back peace. I don't know why the other countries, like they help a lot. I don't want to seem ungrateful, but I do not understand why, if we all are determined to win, to defeat the terrorists, I don't know why we still haven't done this. I don't know why it is. Is it true that Putin and Russia, the terrorist state, is stronger than the whole free world and the civilized world? Maybe in my head I was romanticizing too much, NATO and the European Union, United States of America, the collective West to which we think we belong. Maybe there is some wisdom in what's going on, but I don't really know. It's not simple, Raul. Yes, it's not simple. It's not that simple for sure. It's not black and white. Yes, we have China, Turkey, Iran, and everything, and it's not that simple. But we should understand one thing: that Ukraine has to win, because if Ukraine falls, the war, will only go on and will become more aggressive, and basically Poland, the peaceful country where we are right now, will be the next one. And looks like people in Poland understand it very well. The support from Poland is just, is just great. It's huge. On every building where we see the Polish flag, we see Ukrainian flag next to it. And we also met many Ukrainian people on the street. We hear Ukrainian language everywhere. And simple Polish people supported a lot of simple Ukrainian families, Ukrainian mothers with children. These are 99% of people who moved here. These are mothers with children. And Russia was saying that Ukraine and Russia are brothers, but it's not like this. But what I felt here in Poland is that Poland and Ukraine are sisters. and it was also very pleasant. You know, some of you sometimes were asking me, a few people, that does Ukraine has like a separate language? Ukrainian, is Ukrainian very much like Russian? Yes, Ukraine has a separate language, Ukrainian. All Ukrainians know how to speak Russian because we were forced to learn Russian in the history. But here in Poland, when I was talking to local people, slowly, yes, so I was speaking Ukrainian. These people were talking to me in Polish language, and we understood each other perfectly well, perfectly well. So this is how you can think about how much Ukrainian language is different from Russian. You know, it is different, and it's different from Polish, but we, with Polish people, we can understand each other if each of us keeps speaking their language. Yeah, thank you, Raul. Dziękuję bardzo, Raul, for your advices, for your good advices. I used them. And basically, I think that's all. Yes. So we depart at 6 o'clock in the morning, very early flight. At 3:30 a.m., a taxi will come to pick us up and take us to the airport. Yes, at 6:20 we have the flight. So we are having our final preparations. It's like about 9 or 10 p.m. right now. So we are about to have our late dinner, and then I will try to put all children to bed. I will not even try to put myself to bed. I will not fall asleep, that's for sure. I didn't fall asleep at all on the train outside of Ukraine to Poland because I was afraid of bombs, really. But
Мама,
our
я не
road
буду
was calm
спати,
and
але
quiet.
впаду в такий стан, що я буду
Добре,
відпочивати.
добре. Today, I don't know, there is no reason why I stress myself. It's just very exciting and very... Дякую, Рауль, дякую. Very exciting, very exciting. And it's still unbelievable that this is something that is happening to us. The war is still unbelievable, and the fact that we are moving to the other side of the planet is unbelievable because, you know, I was dreaming to come to the US one day. We were even, you know, collecting some money to go to the US for vacations, but it seemed so expensive and so impossible to us to go to the US for vacations. I wish we would go for vacations to the US, but we are coming as refugees instead. But this is how kind of a dream will be fulfilled in a very weird way. But better like this. I don't know for how long we are going there. We do not have a return ticket. I didn't buy it because I really do not know when we're gonna come back. The program is for 2 years. I hope we will come back before. I hope that next year in the summer Crimea will belong to Ukraine again and all Russia will be defeated. I hope that next year on the 24th of August Ukraine will have its Independence Day and its victory parade on Khreshchatyk Street, like the real one. There will be lots of international foreign guests. And I just really hope that next year Taras will go to school in Kiev in Ukraine. Regarding regarding Katya, I do not plan to take her to American school. She will keep studying online in her Ukrainian school. There is a big time difference between us. This is why she cannot really like participate live online in these lessons, but because so many children are abroad, they record the lessons, and like later children have a chance just to watch the lesson, the video of the lesson, and do their homework. So this is how we plan her education. And I will try to concentrate more on what we gain instead of what we lose. I will try not to feel guilty that I left Ukraine and there are many people who are suffering because of the war, staying in Ukraine, fighting directly, and so on. I will try to be useful in some other way. And basically, this YouTube channel probably will be one of these ways to be useful for Ukraine. Looks like Darina wants to sleep already. One of the first big things that I will need to do upon arrival is to buy a laptop to be able to edit the videos that we film, because I couldn't take my huge old computer with me on the flight. So I will need to buy a laptop, and I will use the Patreon money that you already donate me for this investment. So thank you very much for your support on Patreon, on PayPal, and basically thanks to donations of two brothers, I was able to buy tickets to the US. So thank you, Dave and Francis, if you're watching me. So I didn't spend much your tuitions. I managed to keep it and to buy these flight tickets to the US to take our family to safety. Yeah. So thank you very much for this. Is Katya eating a little bit more now? Yes. After Sergei came back home, she started to feel better. Much better. She started to eat more and communicate more, but you saw she's still smelling. But it is already like the process of healing that has already started. I can see 248 people watching me right now. Thank you for your interest. Please press the like button if you can. And there is one more thing. Today I was talking to my friend, a woman of my age who stays in Kiev. She has two children. Their age is 4 and 7 years old. And I was asking her, her name is Darina, by the way, like my Darina. And I was asking her, is she willing to relocate with her children for some time now, like me to the US? She says that maybe she would be willing to do so, but she doesn't know how to do this and where to go. She doesn't have enough of money to just to go somewhere. Yeah, I didn't have this either. But maybe if she had a place to relocate, maybe she would do this. She's thinking about this, but before she comes to any kind of decision, does she want or no? Maybe some of you is thinking about becoming a sponsor through this program, United for Ukraine in the US, or maybe you are in another country and you have similar programs, like I don't know, the United Kingdom has similar programs too, and you were thinking about hosting some Ukrainian family. There is one mother with two children who I think, should better relocate with her children somewhere. So if you feel like you want to be that person, please let me know in the comments or email me, please. Okay, so looks like this is the end. Does Olena have a moderator on here? No, Olena is the moderator herself, and Olena can't read even all of the comments. Olena posted the link for sponsoring. Yes, I will add the link.
Accounts.
I will add the link. Well, the program is United for Ukraine, the American program. You can Google it yourself, but yes, I will add the link into the description of this video. And if you mean, Darina,
What are you doing?
And if you mean sponsoring the channel, basically I almost always put the links into the description of this video, how you can support this channel. Yes. Okay. Darinka. No. You see, she is becoming so active. She is becoming a naughty girl. Darina. Ay. No. No. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Give them a kiss. Oh, so sweet. Цьомай, мама. А мама цьом. Маму цьомаєш?
Як ти маму цьомаєш, Дарина?
Ой. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you for your attention. Okay.